All right, so you're gonna get really familiar with my feet on this episode. So this is all I'm gonna show of you because I really need you to see how incredible this is. Now I have a link to my Amazon store. This particular cork was the first one that I bought. There's a design flaw in this one. You don't have to buy the super expensive one. It is cork. So I've got a link in my store. But my radical rewired chair class, I incorporate this work, and that's what when we talk about being rehabilitative, this work is rehabilitative. And now sometimes you can make it to the studio, but this is work that you can do at home. So if you don't have one, buy one, get it. There's no other substitute. I've worked with a good number of things through the years, yoga blocks, all those things. They all provide different aspects. What we're working on now is specifically for feet that bother, right? You stand on your feet all day. Maybe you're pre-diabetic. You're like me. You've had multiple knee surgeries, circulation of the lower leg, foot deformities, right? I have a supinated ankle, so I am actually actively working on getting that and not just accepting it. And this is what the work of this does, right? So here we go. I'm holding on to something, so you can also do this against the wall. The first thing we do is we just get the arch. Ooh. Right? And then watch my toes. You want heavy heels. And then working the toes, because one of the things I've been finding with clients, and then I've worked it on myself, is that we're losing the connection of our toes. So that's been a big focus that I do with my private clients, is this work here. Now watch how, I want you to, see my calf? See how I'm working that ankle joint now. Okay, now I want to show you. Oof. You wouldn't do it this long, FYI. I do, certainly your first one. Okay, I want you to see from this range, right? Ooh, ooh, yeah, right? So I'm working that ankle flexion, but also kind of unbundling the fascia of my gastroc and soleus, right? So for those of you with plantar fasciitis, can you see how we are massaging out? Oh, I think I'm crooked. Hold on. There we go. We're massaging out the belly of the plantar there on the bottom of the foot, right? Making space. So again, like I show you this one, normally that's about what my foot was like, really, truly, right? And so now I'm surgically aligned, and through doing this work, do you see that strengthening in the calf? So you see how that would create muscular deficiencies that then affect everything up the leg. All right. So I'll just stay this way for a minute. Ooh, ooh. Now, those of you with bunions, corns, this probably is painful, but I say but, and see how my toes wrap around? Now I've got arthritis in both big toes and a couple of other toes, right, from the rheumatoid arthritis. And it's so easy to just say, well, I've got arthritis and it hurts. It does, because you're not moving it. So this just provides natural, see, and you strengthen the muscles. So do you see the front of my calves, right? We're working the anterior tibialis. So, boy, and the unsheathing, oh, like tight ankles. Now watch. Now watch how I grip. Oh, this makes it so much more active, but also, right, my quads turn on, Ooh, now I turn my glutes on. Ooh, and now it's so much more dynamic. Ooh. And the other thing is how deep it gets. You know, I've been building this leg, this calf. It gets so deep into the fiber. So go ahead. Go into my link and buy the cork board. And I will do a whole episode. What? Oh, yeah. I will do a whole episode. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I do like this. All right, sorry. So, yes. So go to the link, buy the cork board that's there. And then I will do a whole episode, and that's probably gonna be like a 20-minute, and we'll do it against the wall, and it's gonna change your life. And so again, if you want to dive deeper into this, just leave it in the comments. Let me know. But like I said, I had a woman in class who she started at around 66 or so and was falling all the time, and took it for granted that she would just be falling, that was just who she was. And she was like, oh, I have weak ankles. And it was like, no, that is not normal. We can work that. So she has come to this class fairly regularly over the last couple months, changed her life. She hasn't fallen, oh God, probably well over a year. There's a man who comes, 41, had the second toe kind of going over the big toe business. We work the cork board. He comes fairly weekly. Pretty weekly. He feels like he's getting more of a natural arch back to his foot, really noticing that his lower leg doesn't get quite as fatigued as easy. So this is what happens when you start to really get into the deeper fibers of the lower leg, ankle, foot. That is the depth of the leg and footwork. We disregard our feet, not understanding without that literal base foundation, what is the rest of your body doing? So this is the method that we do, and I'd love to be able to spread that far and wide. So get the link, go in the link, get the cork, and I'll do one in I'll post it in a week. Okay.